So I try not to include too many spoilers in the material. So a lot of the times I won't actually necessarily talk about the essays that we've just read or will read, and that we will discuss for that week or that unit. And so in this case, I'm actually going to go back a unit and discuss Vampires in the Lemon Grove in relationship to plot structure. In a lot of ways, it follows a very classic plot structure, even though the writer sort of admittedly just kind of wings it, right? So naturally, Vampires in the Lemon Grove opens with a lot of ambiguity, a lot of hook there. We know that, well, we catch on that the guy is a vampire, and we catch on that he's in a lemon grove and that he's obviously obsessed with these lemons. A lot of backstory happens to A, clarify some things that have happened, but also B, to push that plot forward, to have some character development, to better establish the relationship between Clyde and Magritte. I have no idea how to pronounce that. And as that relationship comes to a head, we reach our climax. And on the resolution, we actually have sort of another climax. So it's kind of a double climax, which has become so modern. So naturally, right, we have Clyde gives into his impulses even after he says, the smile across my face, thinking about Magritte acts as a muzzle. The next thing you know, he feels his, the tightening of the wrist, and he gives into his instincts. Now, naturally, in this sort of case, if you want to read into it symbolically, right, he's giving into sort of the fruit he shouldn't be, the forbidden fruit, if you were. He goes back, he has his epiphany. All right, his epiphany was, Magritte is right, I should be, living this, more freedom in my life, I shouldn't be so rote, and I'm going to do all these things, and he rushes back to see her. And then he has a second epiphany. He is mortal. He can die. Now, we don't know what he actually does, but we're going to assume that he does. He has the epiphany, the funicular crashes, and then that last line is absolutely great about how Magritte will want to, in the morning, she will want to tell me about it. And I love that from his narration style. That particular line is really deep. It's a great way to end it. A lot of writers struggle finding that last sentence, and I think that was a great way to do that. So we have a rising action, right? They fight, which leads to further complication. Obviously, they're having some relationship woes. The plot structure, right? They're in that alley. He bites the girl, kills the girl. There's your climax. We get some resolution. He comes to an epiphany, and then it's a tragedy. He dies. If a vampire dying is tragedy, sometimes that's the climax on a good note, right? So again, now think about how these structures, how this development of conflict works for this unit's reading. Why is there conflict here? Why are you intrigued by this? What is the tension? And then also, what is the resolve? I also play music, and I've started studying music theory in, how do they build tension and then resolve in music. Same thing for music as it is for literature. They're building tension, they're resolving. They're building tension, they're resolving to keep you interested. So hope this helps.